Hi, I want to pose a question to you today. The question I have is retirement overrated? This is a question that I'm asking myself. I've spent the last 40, 50 years of my life working, but dreaming about that one day when I could retire, I could sleep in, I could not have to worry about the alarms anymore, the alarm clock going off in the morning. I don't have to worry about the boss. Hopefully get a lot of less stress in my life. The reason that I ask that is I am semi-retired, and what that means is I work probably 30 hours a week for a local school department. What I do there is I drive a minivan. I have a remarkable young man that I'm working with, and he's in a program where he has to go to school about 60 miles from here. And so every day I pick him up, I drive him to the school that he's enrolled in, and I drop him off and come home, do my thing, get a couple hours break in the middle of the day, then I go pick him up in the afternoon. It's a lot of sitting. Very, very unhealthy, especially at my age, to be sitting all that time. And I do enjoy the job, but I am worried about the effects that it's having on my health. And so again, I ask, is retirement overrated? So here's where I'm at. It's summertime. Kids don't go to school. This special program, they do go to school for the month of July. So I just had about 2.5 weeks off. And like I said, I've worked 40 to 50 years of my life up to this point, and a lot of times, I'll spend my vacation, get the time off, you feel refreshed. Sometimes I'm anxious to go back to work. This time I just had about 2.5 weeks off, and I would find where I had to look at a calendar. I'd forget what day it was. I wasn't sleeping in, but I didn't need the alarm to get up. I was excited. I had a lot of things that I was working on, a lot of projects that I'd been procrastinating on that I was able to tackle. And so when it came time to go back to work, I didn't want to go back. I don't know that that's ever happened in my life. So that really got me to thinking, perhaps I'm ready. Perhaps it's time for me to consider full-time retirement. To me, the big reason that I haven't taken the plunge yet into full-time retirement is the health insurance. I'm 64 years old, and I'm not eligible for some of the programs that I'm interested in until I'm 65. But then I started thinking, I've been developing some health issues. I've been doing this job for a little over 1.5 years, and my health has gotten, there's some things happening to me that are alarming to me, and I'm wondering how much of that is because I sit so long. I drive about 240 miles a day, and there's absolutely no movement, as you know. At least when I was working from home, I'd get up, I would do things, I could go to the refrigerator. I mean, I was at least getting up out of my seat. Driving 240 miles a day, I'm unable to do that. And it's really showing up in my health, some of the issues that I have with my heart and things like that I've discussed in previous videos. So I'm to the point now where like I said, I was getting a lot of things done. I was enjoying my time off. In fact, when it came time, I got to like a couple of days towards the end of that vacation that I had, and I wasn't looking forward to going back to work. I was kind of dreading it. Again, I do like the job. I do like the people that I'm working with. But if I'm only keeping the job for the health insurance, but the job itself is making me unhealthy, should I just quit now, retire now, and figure it out as I go? And honestly, I'm seriously considering that. I have another break coming up. I'll have 3 weeks off coming right up at the end of this month, and I am strongly considering right then and there, not going back to work. I'll be about 7 months shy of 65. And I wonder, can I live for the 7 months to get through to that? It's been a little drastic, but sitting for another 7 months doesn't excite me. It doesn't, it honestly has me questioning a lot of things. Mostly is working for health insurance, and the way that I'm doing that is through a job that's making me more unhealthy. Would I be better off retiring now and dealing with it until I'm 65 when I can qualify for some other programs? So that's where I'm at. I do have a lot of things I want to do. Like I said, I was doing those things over the 2.5 weeks that I just had off. I found it very exciting, very fulfilling. I was happier, felt better, which has really got me questioning everything. So I would be curious to know where you're at. If you have a story you'd like to share with me, please leave a comment. I read every single one, but I'm always curious to know if, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's having these thoughts and issues. I'd be curious to know if you're in a similar situation, how you've tackled it, what you've done. If you like this video, you want to see more content, please give me a thumbs up. If you're so inclined, please consider subscribing. But I would really love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Let's keep on rambling.